listening to the Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
The Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Live only on Pinax TV.
The leader of the EFF party in South Africa, Julius Malema, has been denied visa from the UK, and currently he's out to respond to the letter that was sent to him by the UK Home Office, and it's bringing a lot of brouhaha in the party itself, the EFF party, and in South Africa as a whole. I have my brother Chris here. Chris, a warm welcome again.
Thank you very much.
We are hearing that the EFF has responded to the UK's letter that was sent to them, particularly Julius Malema being refused this application. What are they saying?
Yes, so as we brought it up earlier, on 10th April, they applied for a visa to attend a conference.
Okay.
As at that time, the visa was delayed. And yes, they released a statement to condemn that act, stating that it was being politicized as at that time. And now we have a new release from the UK Home Office that they sent it to Julius Malema and his EFF party, stating why they've banned him from the United Kingdom. And they've brought a release trying to condemn the act of them being banned. So in their release, they talked a lot about the fact that they are trying to intimidate his entry into the UK. So we have the release, the statements that they brought up here. So we can go through. So that was Thursday, 19th June. That's today that they brought this release. The Economic Freedom Fighters is not surprised by the confirmation from the United Kingdom that the visa application by the Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF, Julius Malema, was in fact denied due to political reasons. So they are trying to say that they are not surprised. As at that time, they told them there was a delay. They knew it was a political reason, and now they are giving them reasons, but they still believe that it is a political reason. That is why they are denying them the visa. So in a correspondence from the UK Home Office Secretary, the country has confirmed that it has effectively banned the president of the EFF due to his position in relation to the genocide of Palestinian people and his express support for the resistance movement fighting against the genocidal Israeli regime, as well as his position and that of the EFF on racial inequality in South Africa. So yes, so if you tend to be racial, it is something that the whites, they themselves, they don't like to see the whites do to the blacks. So if you're black and you are being racial, definitely you are going to have issues with them, as we are seeing with Julius Malema right now. So talking about the very first parts that they stated, they were delayed, and they stated that it was due to political reasons. Now he himself is talking about some of the things like the racial being a racist, and the fact that yes, he supports the Israel's trying to support the Palestinian against the Israel. Yes, so some of these things, terrorism is something that the whole world, we don't really support. So definitely some of these things will pop up, but the only thing that makes it fishy here is when they were not able to give them this reason in April, rather than giving it to them now. So, producer, we want to continue reading. So we'll still go through the release.
So you hold on. Before we continue with the release, we have a soundbite from the party secretary of the EFF speaking about this ban of UK on Julius Malema in the EFF party. Let's quickly take a listen to it. When we come back, we'll continue with other information.
The Economic Freedom Fighters is not surprised by the confirmation from the United Kingdom that the visa application by the Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF, Julius Malema, was in fact denied due to political reasons. In a correspondence from the UK Home Office Secretary, the country has confirmed that it has effectively banned the president of the EFF due to his position in relation to the genocide of Palestinian people and his expressed support for the resistance movement fighting against the genocidal Israeli regime, as well as his position and that of the EFF on racial inequality in South Africa. The letter confirms what we have long known and exposed when the Commander-in-Chief was told his visa application could not be processed due to administrative issues when he was set to visit at Cambridge University in May 2025 to deliver a lecture at the invite of students. The UK has declared the Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF an extremist whose presence in the UK would not be conducive for public good. This country, which has a long history of imperialism and still has the blood of Africans dripping from its hands, as its wealth was built on the back of African people, has suggested that all further applications by our president are likely to be denied unless he changes his posture on the issues which characterize him as a revolutionary. For a nation that preaches its commitment to democracy, the UK has revealed itself as an intolerant bully that seeks to impose its beliefs on the world without challenge, while denying democratically elected leaders of other nations the opportunity to express themselves in their country. The distortion by the UK of the Commander-in-Chief's principled view, the very same Equality Court which the UK Home Office quotes in its letter, found that the CIC has expressed no intention to slaughter white people, and the singing of Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer cannot be interpreted as a literal call for genocide, but an expression of liberation heritage. The Constitutional Court of South Africa further ratified this decision. The EFF wishes to state categorically that neither the Commander-in-Chief nor the EFF will trade its revolutionary beliefs in exchange for a visa. The UK and all its allies can keep their visas, and we will keep our Africa and our commitment to support the oppressed of the world, especially the Palestinian people. We join the world in declaring that from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Chris, we've all listened to what the spokesperson of the EFF party was saying, and she made mention of undemocratic attitude from the UK. They've been the preachers of democracy, but they are doing contrary to what they preach. Do you side with what they are saying?
Well, you see, we still talk about the fact that they gave reasons, and what the kind of interpretation they are giving to the release or the letter that the Home Office sent to them is some of the statements that they made, especially the kill the bull, kill the boer, kill the farmer, cannot be interpreted as a call for genocide.
Okay.
So some of the reasons that they gave, they feel like it has been wrongly interpreted by them. So with this act, they see it as a deliberate action to, temper with democracy, something that they themselves are championing.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes. So on their side, yes, they will still see it as democracy being tempered with.
Okay.
But on the side of the UK or the UK Home Office, they also see him as a threat coming to the UK.
Okay.
Yes. So the EFF will see it in a very different angle, but then the UK will also see it with some kind of a different lens. But the whole thing is Julius Malema is trying to make himself, I mean, look like there is nothing wrong with those statements that he made.
Okay.
And as we can see, they have still reaffirmed their support to the Palestinians and the Hamas.
Okay, so lastly, before we end this, this should be short and precise. They are saying that the UK and any of their allies, which we know that, ironically, we can link it to the US, can take their visa because they are not going to trade their stance for visa. Do you think that was the best decision taken by them?
Well, you see, anybody who is fighting neo-colonialism tends to ditch some of the Western countries.
Okay.
We all know what is happening in Burkina Faso.
Sure.
That, I mean, yes, he travels mostly to the Russia. We've not heard of Ibrahim Traore traveling to any other Western country.
Sure.
Yes, so that is, if you want to, I mean, avoid what we call modern day slavery, if you're an African and you want to avoid it, then definitely that is your first step. The first step is to ditch the Westerners. Sure. And try to be on your own.
Okay, so that is all about Julius Malema and the EFF party responding to the UK Home Affairs. As it stands now, we don't know what the UK has up their sleeves, but we'll still be following this issue and we promise to give you more updates on this.